Primal Concrete Sledge can be found on Pantera's Cowboys from Hell album. In order to play it, you're going to have to do a drop D tuning, so you're going to take your E and go down to a D. The rest of the guitar is standard. The chorus starts on the downbeat with the E, A, and D strings played open. Then he's going to come up to the 5th fret, 5th and 6th fret. Then he's going to play the 3rd and the 4th fret. Then the 1st fret, and then open. Then he's going to come up to the 6th and the 7th fret, down to the 3rd and the 4th fret again, then the 3rd fret, I'm sorry, 1st fret, and then open. And then to exit out of the chorus, he actually uses a bit of chromaticism here, where he goes 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, then he goes down to the 1st fret and open. Like that. Now, this hammer-on and pull-off lick that he does right here at the intro of this middle is very cool, and it's really right in his style of playing. He likes to play in this. It's like a modified Phrygian. So for those of you that know what that is, Phrygian is, if you're playing in the key of D, it's a flat 2, minor 3rd, 4, 5, 6, dominant 7, and then root, right? And then there's that flat 2 again. And that's what he does, except he'll throw in, instead of the minor 3rd, he throws in the major 3rd in there, so you'll get these licks, you know, which is a real dime-oriented lick right there. So what he does is he starts on the 4th fret of the D string, hammers on and pulls off with the 5th fret, then he's going to come down to the 8th fret on the A string, go back up to the 4th fret of the D string, then he's going to do it again, except now he's going to come down to the 6th fret of the A string, back up to the 4th fret of the D string, and then down to the open D. So let me play that for you slowly. He's going to do that exact same thing, except he's going to slide up to the 5th fret, and he's going to do the 5th and the 6th fret hammer on and pull off on the D string, down to the 9th fret on the A string, back up to the 5th fret on the D string. Then he's going to come down to where he was on the 4th fret, and he's going to do hammer on and pull off on the 5th fret, down to the 6th fret on the A string, and then back up to the 4th fret on the D string, and then the open D. So let me play that for you slowly so you can see it. And then the little transition lick that he plays is right up here on the 5th fret, hammer on and pull off on the 6th fret, and the 9th fret on the A string, and he's going to just repeatedly play that. Then he comes back and starts over again. Then the transition lick to go out of this little hammer on and pull off section is the same thing, 5th fret on the D string, hammer on and pull off on the 6th fret with the 9th fret on the A string. Except when he ends it, he's going to go up the D string from 5, 6, and 8, and then back down. Pull-offs. So you get this. Whoops, one more time. Then he's going to play octaves. 5th fret on the A string and 7th fret on the G string, and he's going to slide up 1 fret, come back down to the D, slide down 1 fret, come back to the D. So it's this. Then he's going to play the 1st fret on barring it with the open D, or with the drop D tuning. Then he comes up to this riff here, and this is a very intriguing riff. I first figured it out almost 20 years ago by just listening to the song over and over again. I drove everybody in my house nuts because I was just constantly listening to this over and over again. This is based more on feel than it is about patterns or anything. So let me show you what he's doing. Starting at the 11th fret on the E string, he's going to pick that note. He's going to pull off to the 10th fret, pull off to the 8th fret. Then he's going to come back up and he's going to play the 10th fret on the E string and pull off to the 8th fret, 11th fret on the B string, and do that twice. Then he's going to play the 8th fret on the E string, and then he's going to pick the 11th, 10, and 8 on the B string. So let me play that for you slowly. Okay. Then he's going to come up to the 10th fret on the B string, and he's going to pick that and pull off to the 8th fret of the B string and slide down to the 7th fret. Then he's going to pick the 8th fret on the B string and pull off to the 7th fret. Then he's going to play the 10th fret on the G string, come back up to the 8th fret on the B string, pull off, 10th fret on the G, 8th fret on the G, 7th fret on the G. So you get this. Let me play it slowly for you. Alright, watch my picking hand, because this is really important to make this sound smooth. You're not picking every note, not even close to it. So watch the picking hand. I'll play a little faster so you can see it. Alright, and you're going to work up to this because it's really weird fingering if you're not used to doing this kind of goofy stuff. It took me a while, so you can break out that metronome and practice a little bit. Alright, so you get this. Then from here, he's going to reach back up here and play the 8th fret on the G string and pull off to the 7th fret, slide down to the 5th fret, right? And now you're doing the same thing that you did here. So from the 5th fret, you're going to play the 7th fret pull off on the G string, 8th fret on the D string, and then again, 7th fret on the G, pull off, 8th fret on the D, and then you're going to play the 5th fret on the G, and you're going to pick and play 8, 7, 6. So here, from this point right here. Then he's going to play the 7th fret on the D string and pull off to the 5th fret. Down to the 4th fret he's going to slide. Then he's going to play the 5th fret on the D string and pull off to the 4th fret. Reach up and play the 8th fret on the A string. Then he's going to play the 5th fret on the D string and pull off to the 4th fret. Play the 6th fret on the A string. And then he's going to play the 5th fret D and resolve this run here. So let me play the whole thing for you slowly. Put a little volume on that. And that is the middle section to Primal Concrete Sledge.